Have you ever heard of fuel tank delamination? It can be a big problem on 99 to 16 Ford Super Duty cab and chassis trucks that have a metal fuel tank. Fuel tank delamination is caused mostly from aging of diesel fuel that is left stagnant in a fuel tank. This can cause layers of the fuel tank liner to come apart and will get sucked up by that sending unit and delivered right to the fuel pump and lower fuel filter. When this happens, it will cause all kinds of issues with the fuel system and can be a very bad thing for the CP4 high pressure fuel pump that depends on that diesel fuel to lubricate its internal parts. In my experience, you only really see this issue in vehicles that have sat for a long time. This isn't an issue that average everyday users are going to have to deal with, but is something to think about when you're buying one of these Super Duty trucks. The two questions I would be asking myself is, does this vehicle have a metal fuel tank, and has it ever sat for a long period of time? Now remember that metal tanks are typically only found in chassis cab trucks and are not in every F-250. You can also easily tell if the vehicle has sat for a very long time by looking at the mileage versus years. In the case of this truck in particular, I know it had sat for a very long time because it only had 30,000 miles on it and it was only a 2014 model year. This thing sat still for most of its life, I guarantee. Unfortunately, the guy that owns it bought it fairly recently and was hoping he got a good deal on a low mileage truck, but that low mileage ended up costing him big in the long run. This is something I definitely recommend storing in the back parts of your brain for future Super Duty endeavors, so go and do that now and make sure you give the video a like too.